What's up? My name is Noel Green, and I am going to get to Region 3 for the Dekalb County Middle School football season. I have the schedules right here. So, without further ado, Region 3. So, teams in Region 3, we have Bethune, Freedom, Lithonia, Miller Grove, and Stevenson. This is a pretty balanced out region. So you have four, like all the teams have a good possibility of going to the playoffs. And this is going to be a tight race. Some of you may disagree, some of you may agree, but this is going to be a tight race because Stevenson is having some problems getting to that big game. You know, they had difficulties last year trying to get to that big game. They even lost to Cedar Grove. That was a very embarrassing loss, but and unexpected. So Stevenson, I believe they're going to step up their game this year. And Miller Grove, they're hungry. They're mad that they lost to Chapel Hill, and they're going to come back with a bang. Lithonia, they once took the championship 3 years straight. They want to do it again. So this is a pretty balanced out region. Now, Bethune and Freedom, I haven't heard so much about you. So if I exclude you out some of these things, forgive me. So let's start with Bethune. So Bethune has Cedar Grove, McNair, Freedom, Stevenson, Miller Grove, and Lithonia. So from the looks of this schedule, Bethune definitely has to win their first game. Now, the reason why when I analyze these things and I tell teams to win like their very first game is because your first, your third, and your fifth game is very important because those are usually your rival games. So it's the odd numbers. It's the odd numbers, but you have to get the even numbers too. I mean, it's not just 1, 3, and 5 you got to win. I mean, you got to win all 6 games. But keep in mind, 3 important games. But keep in mind, if you want to get somewhere, you have to try to win the most games. So I also tell teams to beat their teams out their region, because usually if they don't beat their teams out their region, it's going to put them at the bottom of a different team, and it's going to put them at the back of the race. So I just wanted to put that in there. So Bethune, they definitely have to beat Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove is not in their region, but like I said, they have to do it, and I will explain why as I go through the schedule. Let's see. Then they have McNair, not so big, but okay. Then they have Freedom. That is a must-win game. There is no might. There is no, you don't have to. You must beat Freedom. For one, Freedom is in your region. But two, from the looks of it, I think Freedom and Bethune are balanced teams. And surprisingly, McNair is during the time Bethune plays Cedar Grove, and then after that, Bethune plays McNair, and then Freedom plays Cedar Grove. So if they both beat those two teams, it is going to balance out because they're both 2-0. So this is going to determine whether they're going to be placed at the bottom or they're going to be placed at the top. So Bethune has to beat Freedom to get that 3-0 start. And it's looking good for Bethune, but they have to beat Freedom. Because if not, 2-1, not good. Freedom, 3-0, not good. Stevenson, I don't think Bethune is going to beat Stevenson. So it's looking 3-1. Miller Grove, I don't think Bethune is going to beat Miller Grove, so 3-2. Lithonia, I really don't think Bethune is going to beat Lithonia. It's going to be a close game, but I don't think they're going to beat Lithonia. So 3-3. In this region, not good enough. 3-3 is not going to get it. If you want to go to the playoffs, you have to get either 5-1 or 4-2, or 6-0 in order to get somewhere. So, moving on. I'll be going to Freedom. Like I said, Freedom has to beat McNair, and Freedom has to beat Miller Grove. Not Miller Grove, but Cedar Grove. And I know Freedom might be 1-1 here, because I don't think that they're going to beat Cedar Grove. So they're looking 1-1. But if they can get Bethune to get at the same spot they're in, and they can be 2-1, then Bethune's 2-1. Cedar Grove just technically evened out the odds. So really, Freedom has the control here. No. Yes. No, kind of. Because Freedom has Lithonia and Bethune has Stevenson that day. But I don't know how that's going to play out. This race between Bethune and Freedom, it looks pretty grueling here. But I don't think Freedom is going to beat Lithonia. So far, Freedom is below Lithonia. So Freedom is 2-2. Lithonia is but Bethune is 2-2. So they're having a fight. It's a dog fight. Woo! Lord have mercy. God, I don't think Bethune and Freedom are gonna win on their I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on their 5th game. I don't know if they're gonna win both gonna win on their 5th game. So because Freedom has Stevenson and Bethune has Miller Grove, and I don't think Freedom is gonna beat Stevenson, and I don't think Bethune is gonna beat Miller Grove. God, they're both 2-3. I wonder where this is gonna play out. Lord. Then we get to the last game. Oh, Lord have mercy. 2-4. So far, Bethune 2-4, Freedom 2-4. And excuse me if I said Bethune turned out to be 3-3. It's actually 2-4. My bad. I was miscalculating. So Bethune and Freedom 2-4, not good enough if they're gonna get somewhere in this region. So moving on, we go to Lithonia. Let's see. Lithonia has to beat Columbia, but it's a coincidence because I play for Columbia. See the mark, Columbia. But anyway, Lithonia is not going to beat Columbia, but they have to beat Columbia. But YouTube-wise, guys, Columbia is going to beat Lithonia. So, Lithonia looks 0-1 right now, okay? So, really, Bethune and Freedom are looking good. Then they have Chapel Hill. Lithonia is not going to beat Chapel Hill. I heard that they were a very good team, very stable team, and I don't think that they're going to win. Now, I'm going to redo this video after August the 23rd because we actually have a preseason game on that day at Hallford Stadium. We have Stevenson. I don't know who the other teams play, but because I know one of these teams on here that we play is going to show out. So I'm going to look, I'm going to analyze, and I'm going to break down. This is what I do here on YouTube. I made this channel so I can break down and analyze stuff. But anyway, moving on. Then they have Chapel Hill. They're not going to beat Chapel Hill. 0-2. Then they have Miller Grove. Not going to beat Miller Grove. 0-3. Then they have Freedom. They're going to beat Freedom. I think they can beat Freedom. 1-3. Stevenson. I don't think they're going to beat Stevenson. 1-4. Bethune. Lord, I don't think that they're even going to beat Bethune. So they were 1-5. Oh my God. Woo. Boy, Lithonia just got towed up. And not only that, Freedom and Bethune are on top right now. So, Lithonia, 1-4, not going to cut it if you want to survive in this region. Now, this is Miller Grove. I'm getting to Miller Grove and Stevenson. So, Miller Grove, they play Salem first. Salem is in our region, Region 4, but I don't think Salem is going to beat Miller Grove. So, Miller Grove is looking 1-0. Then Miller Grove has us. Columbia. I cannot wait for that game. I'm excited. My adrenaline's up. The reason why I can't wait is because they made it to the semifinals just like we did, but the thing was we both lost. So that way, if it was like last year, if it was Miller Grove versus Columbia, we could actually see who would actually win. And then this is going to be a grudge match. It's going to be a dog match, and I am excited. But anyway, YouTube Rise, Miller Grove, 1-1. Not saying you're a bad team. It's just, my team, we've been working too hard to lose. So, yeah, 1-1. Then they got Lithonia. Like I said, Miller Grove will beat Lithonia. So, they're looking 2-1. Then they have Bethune. They're going to beat Bethune 3-1. Then they have Freedom. I think they'll beat Freedom 4-1. Then they have Stevenson. No, I don't think they're going to beat Stevenson, though. So that looks like 4-2 for them. And the reason why I say they won't beat Stevenson, I mean, Miller Grove and Stevenson were fierce rivals last year because Stevenson and Miller Grove had each other last year at the playoffs, and Miller Grove beat Stevenson, but I think Stevenson is hungry, and I think Stevenson is going to come out top. Stevenson has Chapel Hill. I don't think they can beat Chapel Hill. Then they have Salem. Yes, they're going to beat Salem. Then they have Bethune. They'll beat Bethune. Then they have Freedom. They'll beat Freedom. Then they have Lithonia. They'll beat Lithonia. I don't think they're going to beat Miller Grove. So they're looking 4-2 as well. So far, Miller Grove and Stevenson both has the chance to go to the playoffs. Miller Grove and Stevenson for Region 3. This was Region 3. I hope you enjoyed the video. Place your comments down at the bottom. My name is Noel Green, and I love football.